little work on Hutch. You'll remember that there was a crack and a rust hole right there on the door. I sat down and did a little piddling with the welder, and once I did some grinding and whatnot, I found there was 2 holes there. It was pretty thin where it cracked, and it didn't want to weld. So I had to use a little filler metal behind it, so I found an old Sawzall blade that I could bend to get in there and weld to the Sawzall blade and then back over to the thin sheet metal on the door. Got her all patched up with that. Shot a little primer on it and got that down, and kind of did some feeling around with it and decided it needs just a little light coat of Bondo on it. So spread a little bit of that on there and letting it dry. Then we'll grind that down a little bit with 80 and then probably come back with somewhere around 120 or so and get that nice and smooth. And waiting for a can of touch-up aerosol to see if I can match up the paint on this truck, since the coat in the glove box doesn't really give me any clues, since it doesn't seem like the glove box that was on the truck stock. So we'll see if we got some paint coming that's going to match up, and if it does, I'll finish this top of this door up with that, and then we can start looking at things like the tailgate. I don't know if you've noticed it, but the tailgate is green and has a Silverado trim strip across it, which is not appropriate for this truck since it is a custom deluxe. Chances are probably I'm going to just pop that off, weld up the holes where that trim goes. Chevrolet should be embossed over there on the right side of the tailgate once you pop that trim off, and then I can kind of rough up the paint a little bit on it and paint it the proper color and get it all matching. So piddling on it, doing a little body work here and there, and we'll keep you abreast. Thanks for checking in. Well, a little bit more work on the tailgate, welding up the holes where the bolts were for that trim panel, and there was a little rust down here on the bottom, so we welded that up and grinding that back down and get it all smooth where we can get it ready to do a little prime and paint. We were mystified originally about this tailgate being green. Apparently they've painted over the tailgate at some point, because you see where we removed the trim panel, it's the same color as the rest of the truck. So yeah, the more you scratch, the more you find. The more you find, the more you go, what? So a little grinding, a little smoothing, a little sanding, and lo and behold, found tailgate under all that mess. Got the holes filled where the silver band, tailgate band was. It is for a Silverado, and we got her about all cleaned up. And when we get the can of aerosol in, we're going to find out if it matches. A little bit at a time. So we removed that panel, filled the holes with the welder, did a little smoothing with just a tinge of Bondo, sanded it, primed it, and there's the tailgate. Now we're just waiting on that can of touch-up paint to find out if code 61 doe skin tan is the correct match.